Howdy folks, and welcome back to the channel. In this video we will discuss some counter surveillance techniques and strategies you can employ if you are being followed. Now I know this may be a bit controversial. Some of you may be saying, hey, wait a second, PI guy, why are you telling everyone what to do if we are following them? Well folks, the simple answer is this. Know your enemy, know yourself. Yep, you can and should apply tactics from the art of war to your everyday lives as a private investigator. I know. Individuals who are our subject of an investigation are not our enemies, but the premise of the idea is the same. Knowing what your subject knows or what your subject may learn about is an absolute must in this ever-evolving technological world we live in. I am also not the first person to ever breach this subject on YouTube or anywhere else for that matter. And here is a big secret you need to know as a private investigator when it comes to these type of discussions. The subject of your investigation probably already knows these things. That is right. If they have an ongoing case, be it domestic, injury-related, criminal, whatever the situation, they have probably already been coached by an attorney or someone else on what to watch out for. As well, my company offers counter surveillance amongst our large list of services, and when I get these types of cases, I always coach my clients on what to do should the situation arise where they think they're being followed or surveilled. Given all of that, it is vitally important for surveillance investigators to know how the subject may react should they become aware of the fact they're being followed. Having this knowledge can allow you to adjust your tactics and strategies on the fly and hopefully salvage the case and maintain the integrity of the investigation. Now, these are some of the pieces of advice I give my clients when we discuss possible counter surveillance and some things they can do to protect themselves. The very first thing to do if you think someone is following you is to stay calm. Yes, just stay calm and assess the situation. Don't let emotions, anger, fear, or anything else dominate the moment. Just stay calm, maintain breathing, and ask yourself some important questions. First off, why would someone be following you? Do you have a medical claim, a workers' comp claim, anything like that going on? Are you going through a divorce or child custody or other difficult situation in life right now? Or are you having business issues with partners or anything like that? These could all be reasons why someone is following you, but if there is no logical reason anyone is following you, then there could simply be no one really following you. I get calls all the time from people who believe there are individuals watching them, following them, surveilling them, and stalking them, but there is no logical reason why anyone would be doing this. Sometimes our paranoia gets the best of us and we conjure up these things in our mind, so we need to make sure we stay calm and assess the situation. Now, what type of car is following you? Make good note of the color, the make, the model, license plate number if you can see it, and any identifying marks on the vehicle, such as bumper stickers or dents. And make note of the driver and passengers and what they are wearing, like a hat, glasses, or other things. But wait, are there passengers? Chances are, if there are passengers, it is not a PI following you. Rarely, if ever, do PIs do multi-operative surveillance with 2 or more PIs in one vehicle. The accuracy of this identifying information is key to telling if someone is following you. If you just know it is a gray sedan, well, you will see plenty of those all the time. In fact, I know if I am out doing surveillance on a subject who drives a yellow Mustang, I can guarantee you I will see several yellow Mustangs or similar sports cars that day. It is just part of Murphy's Law of surveillance, and you know what? It kind of goes the same way if you think someone is following you. You see that silver crossover SUV behind you, and you swear you see it every time you look in your mirrors. But is it the same silver crossover SUV or just a similar one? If you want to see if he is following you, then you can take some minor evasive maneuvers. Minor is the key word here, folks. Don't get too crazy. The first thing you might do is just go around the block. That is right. Take a right, take another right, then another right, and finally one more right-hand turn to put you right back on the same route you were on. When you do this, drive kind of slow through the neighborhood as you go around the block. If he is following you, doing this may make him slightly suspicious and he may pull back a bit. Now, when you get back on your route, is the car anywhere around? This is where it is vitally important to know some key identifying features of the suspicious car. And another thing to watch out for, Don't let your paranoia get to you and tell you the other gray crossover SUV is just another person following you too. I hear this a lot when I talk to clients. They think a group of people are following them, and many times with similar vehicles, to try to throw them off. Folks, surveillance gets expensive, and it is highly unlikely in most cases someone is going to be paying to have around-the-clock surveillance with multiple operatives all driving the same or similar cars. The next thing you can do if you are truly convinced that that car is following you is to gently let him know that you know he is there. Now, that doesn't mean you roll down the window and flip him the bird or start yelling obscenities. In fact, you shouldn't confront him at all. What I suggest is to pull over when and where it is safe to do so. As he passes by, simply give him a friendly hello wave. This is a good way to write down the license plate number too if you don't already have it. Keep safety in mind too, folks. Remember, most crimes committed are about opportunities. So always do things in a safe manner and in a safe location. If you know where a local police station is, you might consider just driving there. You don't have to get out and go in. Just driving there and parking will often make the tail move on and call it a day. If you can't do that and you feel the need, you might just go to a very public location and call 911. Having a police officer come and assist may be all it takes to persuade the person to move along. The old no turn with the signal on trick is good to keep in mind as well. Make sure you always use your signals for all of your turns. Then, after you have made some regular turns using your signals prior, as you approach an intersection, hit the right turn signal and watch. Did he hit his right turn signal? If so, then you keep going straight and see what he does. Once he has used his signal and sees you go straight, he may get worried you are onto him and go ahead and turn right. Or, if he suddenly goes straight, it may mean he is following you. Another tactic you might try is what we call shooting the gap. Now, keep safety in mind and don't break any laws doing things like this. Shooting the gap is like running a late yellow. As you approach a stoplight, slow down, even if it is green. Then, as it turns yellow, go through quickly, leaving your tail behind you. When you slow down, chances are they did too. That gives you the gap you need to pull this off. You can do this at a left-hand turn light too, if there is a left-hand turn signal at the intersection. And one that really gets people is to remain stopped when the light turns green. Then, when it turns yellow, get going. In most situations, if a car is stopped at a green light, people are just going to go around, not sit there behind them. Here is a highway trick. Hiding behind, in front of, or between large vehicles can be a great tactic too if you're out on the open road. If you are trucking along at 65 miles per hour and a 65 and you approach a slower moving vehicle like a semi-truck, just casually slow down and follow that truck. In most cases, this will cause the vehicles behind you to pass you in the truck. But if they are following you, they may suddenly slow down, pull way back, and drive at the slower speed. Or you can pass the semi. Note how fast he is driving, then switch lanes in front of the truck when it is safe to do so, and then go the same speed the truck was going, but in front of him. All the cars behind you should pass the truck, then pass you too. If you want, you can pull up a bit in front of the truck, then slow down a mile or two up the road and let the truck pass you. This should throw a wrench into the plans of anyone tailing you too. And a great trick is to just drive around for a while, then go back home. Yep, don't go anywhere. Just drive around and go back home. Then after 10 minutes or so, go out and do the same thing again, but take a different route. Make sure when you do this, you give a friendly, keyword friendly, smile and wave in the direction of the person who may be following you. Once they know they are burned, they will most likely pull off. No PI likes being burned, and no PI wants to take the risk of making their subject of surveillance scared or be in fear. Now, I have a huge question for you. Do you want to know the top 5 tips you can use to improve your surveillance right now? If so, check out this video.